live show. There it is. Thank you for that woo. There it is. Boom. And just like that, they're gone. Oh, no, they're back. They're back. Thank you so much. Thank you, mighty, for those claps. I appreciate it very much. Fairy, thank you so much for being on the show. How you doing?
Hello. Thank you so much for having me. I feel awesome. This hot tub is like the best. I was waiting for this to happen.
Yo, I told y'all this morning. Willow, what is up, sis? Good to see you. Yeah, I told you this morning we're having a hot tub stream. I should have put us in the hot tub category, but I don't know why I didn't. I should have. This qualifies. You know what? Anybody who subs gets their name on my arm. All right. So, let's go. I'm not joking either. Look, you don't have to sub. I'm not. This is not a desperate ploy to get subs. But if you do sub, we'll write your name on my arm, just like the hot tub streamers. So wait a second. We had a Fairy subbed and mighty subbed. So hold on. Let's see. These are permanent too. I don't know why I have Oh yeah, I know why I have sunglasses on. It's because I was gonna do something stupid and then I didn't. All right, hold on. How you doing today, Fairy?
I'm good. I'm very, very good. We had a rainbow cake, and I brought you a piece actually.
Oh, snappies! I'm ready for it. I'm ready for that.
Ready? Because I haven't shown anybody yet the result of this morning stream that we had. So this is for you.
Oh, yay!
Hello and welcome to We Speak English Good TV. I'm your announcer, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Thank you, Jean-Claude. John Genf! How dare you use your prime? Thank you so much, John. I appreciate you. You know what? I'm serious about this arm thing. Yes, Bonnie, it is the norm. It is the norm. Hold on. Give me 1 second, you guys. Everyone, just stare at Fairy in the Space Matrix.
Hello?
I'll be right back.
Okay, hello everybody. Hello chat. I'm very, very glad to be here. How are you today? Oh my goodness, John and Celtic. Mwah, thank you so much for the love for We Speak English Good. All right. That's awesome. So how are you guys? Happy Friday. The weekend is on its way. I love it. How are you?
Hey guys, thank you so much for that. Thank you for vamping, by the way, Fairy. That was very nice. Fairy came on the show just to work. That's how we do it around here. All right, John Gen F. My bad. I get it now. I get the Gen F, Generation Fart.
Exactly.
We're going for it. All right, we're doing it. This is how we do it now, everyone. When the hot tubs are out, the markers are out too. So here we go. I'm trying to find space. I'm trying to find open space because I got so many fucking tats, bruh. All right, hold on. So Fairy and mighty. Mighty, I'm only going to put one mighty. Is that okay with you? Because I ran out of space.
Put John close to me so that I can tease him.
Okay, John will be under you.
I like that.
John. Yeah, you know what? I'll put Gen F too. Just because that's an important part of this. Okay, and we got, what was it? Celtic Delta. Celtic, here you go. You're going on my arm. I wish I had, my man boobs aren't as good as like the e-girls boobs. Or else I'd be doing this stuff. I'd be doing like, thanks, John. Thank you. Thank you so much. I would love that. Beebs. Yeah, but hey, nothing against e-girls. They need to make money too. No hate on the e-girls. I'm a big fan. All right, hold on. Where were we? Celtic? Celtic Delta. All right. There we go. Everybody. There it is. Again, if you sub today, because it's a hot tub stream. All right, your name and permanent marker on my arm.
Boob somewhere around here so that I can borrow it to you, but I cannot find it.
What?
I have a little boob, for more space, but I cannot find it. I don't know.
Oh, that's... You are a tattoo. Welcome to my arm. Good to see you. Lollipop Gen F, thank you so much for being here. Much mod love up in this joint. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Fairy, now that we're past whatever that was, I love what you do in a... she's... Are you playing in the water? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
I didn't know what you were doing. I thought you were like fake typing.
No, are we doing a hot tub stream or what?
Yeah, I honestly thought you were fake typing. I was like, okay, I guess that's what they do over in Europe. They just fake type at you for fun.
I do it in my bath too. I don't know. I don't have a keyboard there.
Yeah, I you know what? I appreciate you explaining yourself to me, which is just... Anyways.
Little details.
I really dig, like how much thought goes into your streams. And you can tell like just from like just being there for a quick minute on your regular stream days, you can tell that you put in just exorbitant amount of time into all these overlays, and you have your little meme generator thingy, what is that, by the way? What is the thing that turns you into a pickle?
Oh, it is a pickle,
No, I was just curious on what it was that you used to generate that.
It is a filter, actually, but it's transforming me into a pickle. It is Snapchat, but actually it is a pickle.
It is a pickle. Don't be alarmed, folks. That is a pickle.
That is a pickle. And loves bananas. I don't know.
He loves bananas. Can't go wrong. You need a waterproof keyboard, Fairy. You waterproof keyboard. Yeah. Oh, Celtic's gonna get you a waterproof keyboard so you can type in the bath. So, and in the hot tubs. It's
oh, good. I don't even need to go on a bathtub, to have a waterproof keyboard, because on my stream I spill things all over my keyboard all the time.
Oh my God.
It doesn't need to be on a hot tub.
What? How does that happen? Are you generally clumsy, or do you just, is it just what happens to your keyboard?
Generally, I'm not that clumsy, but when it comes to streaming, I don't know what's wrong with me.
Well, that's okay.
It's coffee on the keyboard. It's shaving foam on my keyboard right now. It's a lot of things. Water. I don't know anything.
I can see how the shaving foam could get down there. That's a messy game, that whole thing, which is brilliant, by the way. I love that you do that on stream. Well, as I was saying, you put in a lot of time on your stream, and I'm just curious, are you creating all those backgrounds? Are you creating all those animations? Is that something that you're pretty fluent in?
That was what I wanted to do for the very first minute that I got on Twitch. I was planning on streaming for about a year. And actually, I wasn't even thinking about it. John did. And I was like, am I going to stream? Who's going to watch me? And why? What am I going to do?
Yeah, I get it.
So, yeah, after we thought about it, and I was like, okay, let's do this. I watched a lot of Twitch streamers, and I was figuring out what we want to do on the stream and how we're going to produce it and everything. So as I'm a graphic designer, I could do everything by myself. And I'm a lucky one on this. I'm telling you, everything is handmade, and everything is made by me graphic wise, because many ideas and many projects and many things are also made by my team, John, Pop, Lollipop, and Demon Fairy.
Nice.
Yeah.
They're your crew. They're your team.
Yes, they are, and
Are
they're more than a team. They're this people are family.
do you have you met any of them in real life before?
You know, me and John, we were friends like over than 10 years,
Oh wow.
and yeah, that was the start. We were both together in it, and from the very first minute we said we're together in it. He's gonna be backstage, I'm gonna be the front girl,
Hey.
and that's what's gonna happen. And right after that, we met some more people, and I'm very, very, very glad that Twitch brought them on my way.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the amazing thing about this platform is that you really do create like these crazy personal bonds with people, even if you've never really even met them in real life. You know, I mean, like, and technically, this is real life. You know, this is technically, you know, we are really sending messages to each other. We are really sending our thoughts and feelings
Mhm.
are there. It's just there's a little interface between us and the other person.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. I mean, like before Twitch, were you really into like the online world? Were you into like you know like social media and like message boards or like Reddit or something like that? Were you into like that kind of communication?
Well, way before streaming, I was a radio producer. So I was making music shows and music kind of things in general in web radios. And right after that, an idea about a gaming show on the radio came up.
Mm,
So I took this chance. I thought it would gonna be cool. Nobody really believed in this project, but it went really good
mm,
in my country. So right after that, I got a lot of opportunities of working in the gaming industry. So at first, I was writing in one main gaming magazine in here, and I was an editor.
oh, sick.
Yeah, and I loved it. It was great. Like I was getting all of my favorite video games, reviewing them and write about them on a magazine, and find this magazine outside. It was magical.
So wait,
And
you were in a position where you were like receiving games from these companies and you were playing them and you had to write reviews for a magazine specifically for gaming,
mhm.
and you were the editor as well.
Yes, I was the editor, and right after this, IGN Entertainment came into Greece,
Oh,
where I'm from. So I had a collaboration there, and I was then chief editor at IGN Greece. So a lot more games on my hands, a lot more
wow.
events, and after that, I had some couple of shows, gaming shows over there, video shows, and no, it wasn't radio back then. And right after that, I was presenting and hosting the main gaming events in Greece.
Wow.
So,
That's really
yeah.
cool. So are you like kind of famous in Greece? Like do you
I
get
wouldn't say
recognized?
famous, but in the gaming industry, yes.
Mm. You're
People can
known.
recognize me, you
I
know.
got
Yeah.
you. I got you. That's awesome. That's a really cool thing. And did you end up leaving that job, or did you like how?
Yes.
And why did you leave the job? That sounds like an amazing job.
It was actually a dream job, but
Mm,
you know, at some points when you see all of your time and effort going to a place here in Greece, things are really, really difficult. Money wise and
yeah.
monetizing your dreams and your dream jobs and everything. So as much as I want to be there, the money weren't enough to keep me going and to keep me motivated.
Mm.
And as more work was coming to my way, I was like, hey, is it gonna be a raise or something, you know? And it, as it wasn't, so I said, I'm going to chase my own journey. In fact, at first, I said that I'm not going to be into the gaming industry again, and I'm going to chase other stuff
Mm.
like freelance, graphic designer, and stuff like that. And here I am.
Back in it. Back in it.
I couldn't resist. Gaming is my life.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just curious on what was the thing, the thing that, what was that switch that flipped? What was the thing that made you be like, I have to get out of this situation. I have to. What made you want to run from your dream job? I mean, I don't know if you're running or sprinting out or if it was a slow walk, but I'm just curious if you have it all, and I know you said the money, but like, was there something that like clicked over in your head and was like, I need to do more for myself?
Yeah, Greece is a really difficult country when it comes to people and quality of things. So let me explain this. So
Sure.
I was writing mostly opinionated articles and doing gaming shows that it was mostly serious and talking about the gaming industry and getting deeper to the development part of it and everything. So I was putting a lot of work and a lot of effort. And there were many times that there were, people saying, hey, you said wrong this.
Yeah.
And this was like, I don't know, a coma or something. And I was like, I'm giving you like 5 sheets of great work and you're here to comment this.
Right.
And right after that, I started to realize that the Greek community, the gaming community, is getting a little bit toxic at some points, not at me in particular, but in general. They didn't want the information, they didn't want the quality of work. They were more into kind of more, how can I say, I don't want to say stupid things because I don't judge, but more ridiculous things, things that I wasn't about to do at that point. So I said, you know what? The money is not good. The community is a little bit toxic. So what the hell am I doing here?
Yeah. Yeah. And what was toxic about the community?
Well, the gaming community in Greece, it's mostly either people in early ages like 15, like 10, 15, 16, and stuff like that. These are the active users, the users that are gonna write a comment, that they're gonna respond, they're gonna react and everything. And the people over 25, that they're gonna love it, but they're not gonna say anything about it. So when you mostly get comments out of 10-year-old people talking about whatever because they don't have any idea about what LucasArts is or the great developers and everything,
Yeah.
and they're here like to say that your hair is wrong. What's wrong with your nose? And like,
Assholes. The internet is full of them. And it's funny. It's funny that you say that, because like I see that on Twitch sometimes too, because there's a lot of young people on Twitch and there's a lot of assholes too. But when you're ready to tee off on a troll, it's the one thing that I have to remind myself is like, if you're gonna remember that you're probably teeing off on like a 10-year-old who is so happy that you're sitting there teeing off on them or talking shit to them. I remember the last time I responded to a troll and somebody wrote something horrible in my wife's chat, and I just wrote, I whispered them like, "You're gonna die alone. You're a nobody. Your life is nothing. You are a nothing. You are nobody. You are alone in this world, and you will die alone in this world in the dark, and no one will find your body for years. You piece of shit." So like, just shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, just going as hard as you can, and I can go hard. Okay, I can go hard. Thank you for that woo, John. Advice from Snotty Jill. Little bastard. Dex! Welcome. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you, Dex. But like, like after that, they said something and then I just like blocked them. And like after that interaction, I got real scared. I was like, oh my God, what if they turn me in? They say all this shit started happening. And I'm like sitting here, I was like, why am I like sweating this troll interaction? It's like these people want this. This is what people want. You're
Exactly.
feeding the trolls when you're just being like fuck you, you ugly or whatever it is. You're feeding them. They love it. Yum 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 yum. It's yummy to them. They're starving for more. And
Mm-hmm.
so that was the last time I ever did it. And so like when you're saying like Greece is the community in working with IGN, and I could see how that was just probably frustrating to you're constantly just getting
Yeah.
getting berated and these little asshole kids just little bastards.
It was, and it wasn't that much to me
Mm,
because, I was writing opinionated articles that couldn't be that much of a doubt because I had facts
mm,
and knowledge to respond. But as I told you, I was chief editor, so that means that I had to rephrase and review other people's articles. And when they're attacking my editors, I'm like, bitch, what the hell? These are my people.
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. No, and you go to back for your peeps, and then
Mm-hmm.
so you were just fed up, and you were not getting paid enough, and it was just too much stress for not enough cash, right? Is that
Yeah, I
basically
was
what?
working like 12 to 14 hours a day, and the payment was shit. You couldn't even have not a house, not
Mhm.
even a weekend to spend with that
Wow.
money. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, is it gonna be a raise or what?
Hmm.
I'm waiting. I'm still waiting. There is no
I'm
raise.
still
So
waiting for that check. Where's it at? Well, and then so I guess I'm really curious because I know like back a few years ago you guys had a real falling out with your economy, correct? And you
Mhm.
lived it. Is this an outcome of that fallout, like not being able to get enough money for these, like especially because when you think about the job you had, I mean, I know that's not the highest paying job in the world, but like if you were to have that job here in the States, they're paying pretty decent money. So is that everyone's sort of eating shit over there? Like everyone's sort of taking less money than what they're used to, or I'm just curious on like
Mhm.
how it all is affecting you, and
Yeah,
how it's all sort of
most of the
connected.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the people are affected.
Mm,
But there are a lot of people, mostly the bosses, who are getting advantage of it. So
mm,
they're telling you we're in the middle of a crisis here. And now with COVID, ooh, this helped them a little bit more on
I
that.
bet.
So at first, they indeed didn't have so much money to give to their employees, but after a while, they did. But it was more convenient for them to say, just, I don't have money,
Mm-hmm.
the crisis and everything. So everybody's getting underestimated
Mm,
um, payment wise and underestimated skills wise.
mm.
And that's kind of sucking here. That's why I never wanted to work for Greece. Even as a graphic designer, I don't work with Greek clients. I cannot
Wow.
do.
Wow. And what is there anything? Was there an incident that happened that sort of skewed your opinion that way?
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm sorry. What happened to make come to that conclusion? To not work with Greek clients? I mean,
Oh,
did you get
because
screwed
yeah,
over? Did you get screwed over?
tons
I
tons of
gotcha.
times. But most of the times, the clients want like everything. They
Hmm.
want a logo, they want a website, they want a landing page, they want flyers, they want everything, and they're like, how much money are this gonna take? And whatever your price is, they're gonna react like, what, that many? I know a person that takes less than that. And I'm like, pay them then.
Go get shoe. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So this attitude, and then when I was younger, I was keeping clients like that, and I was like, hell, okay, that's money. I cannot refuse to that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was working for them, and then they were asking for revisions, revision 1, 2, 3, 10, and I'm like, hey, are you gonna pay for this shit?
Yeah.
Because we did a second website right now because of your revisions, and my first one was pretty good.
Right, right. Yeah. No, anything to get by on you. And I can't stand that, man. I can't stand that. And this goes for any creatives out there. It's like, don't underestimate yourself when you're working with people. And like Ferry was saying, it was like when you're first starting out, you do have to eat a decent amount of shit in this world, in this market, especially in the arts. It just always seems like everybody loves to appreciate art, but no one wants to pay for it, you know? So it's like,
Exactly.
it's like, entertain us, monkey, go, you know? Like, create. We want more. You want money? Go fuck yourself. But we want more. Some people just want a lowball. Yeah, and I get that. I get that too. But I also get I'm one of those guys that used to get invited to my friends' shows. I'm a musician, and I have musician friends, and they would always come to my show, and I'd always be like, put me on the list. Oh, you're not gonna put me on the list? Well, I'm not going. I'm not gonna pay $5 to $10 to come see my friend. That is some backwards ass thinking.
Yes.
It's so backwards. Like, you want people to perform for you. You want to see something for free. I mean, like, this takes years of creating and building skills, years of building a network, building a name for yourself. So you do actually earn, like, so people do feel good about giving you this money. And then just to have people like me be like, let me in for free or I'm not coming to see your bitch ass. You know, it's like, this was back when I was much younger and broke. And that makes sense too. I get it. Some people are broke. I'm not hating on the brokes. But I can't stand when people are trying to take advantage of artists. And I don't like to hear about it. I don't like seeing it, especially if the artist
it's
is...
kind of weird because if a person is not an artist and they want an artist, they don't really know. They think that we get creativity just like that, inspiration just like that. We put it there, we're doing 10 minutes, okay, boom, we go, easy money. It's not like that. And so many people cannot get it.
You're absolutely right. It's not something that just falls from the heavens. Like, you actually got to sit there and concentrate and put the time into it. And sometimes it falls from the heavens. That's nice. Yeah,
Exactly.
those moments where you're just in a zone of creativity, especially when you're doing stuff for yourself, where you just sort of lose track of time and space, and you're just in this zone, and you just it's like it comes straight from outer space. I don't even know where that shit comes from. But when you're being contracted, when people are hiring you for a specific thing, you don't necessarily want to do it, but they're paying you. I mean, and that's the weird thing about art too. How have you found the balance between working on something just for the money and actually working on stuff that you find that feeds your creativity? How did you find that balance? And have you found that balance?
At some point, I did when I was still romantic.
I feel you.
Yeah, at first when I graduated my university, and I was like, yay, I have the most creative work. I'm gonna do everything that I love and get money out of it. Then first job, first slaps in the booty. So I really noticed that it might just not be that much of creativity, but yet it is something very cool. We can do a lot of things and everything. And when I start working by myself, I kind of find this balance. It was good because I was picking the clients, not them. And I was doing the projects that I really loved working with. So I was happy. But when I realized that I have to chase clients by myself and this not stability about my monthly income, then again I was like, hey, is this good at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Or should I go to the other way and just be a robot, do whatever the clients wants to do and work for a company or something? So at that point, the romance was out again.
Yeah. Well, no, there's reality. There's the romance and there's Big Papa. What's up? Welcome, welcome. Made it to the party. Yes, you did. That there is this romance that sort of dies, but it can be achieved. It can be achieved. Like I'm looking at it as as a musician. And I think this relates across the board in pursuit of the creative arts. You notice that if you want to make money as a musician, you're out there playing other people's music. And there's people who draw a hard line, musicians, artists of all kinds, who draw a hard line. They're like, I'm not some corporate whore sellout. I do what I want and how I want to do it, and I play by my own rules. And of course, that person has a day job working at the factory because they want to play by their own rules. Look, it's cool, baby. If you want to work at the factory and play your own music on the weekends, more power to you. But it's much, much more difficult. And I'm not telling people to run out and start playing other people's music, playing covers or playing in a cover band. I say pursue what you can do, what's reasonable for you to do. Because if you're living on your own and you live in one of these like high price markets, like if you're living in California or somewhere like in Los Angeles where the rent is crazy and you're like,
how much is the rent over there?
In Los Angeles, just a rough estimate, you can probably get like a studio apartment for like $1,800 to $2,500 for US dollars for just basic small crappy place.
What?
Yo, studio apartments in like Brooklyn are going for like $4,000 a month, or in Manhattan are going for like $4,000 or $5,000 a month, and we're talking about shoe boxes of a place to live. Like these are walk-in closets. My cousin who lives in Bayside, Queens now, when he first moved to Manhattan, he was paying he found a good deal, in which those deals don't really exist anymore. And this was years and years ago. And he lived in just like this. It was like a small hallway. Yeah. And his bed was just on the floor. It was just it's a sad little tuna can, man. Like it's being packed in like that. I can't deal with. Some cities can get crazy. Yeah. And so if you're trying to make it as an artist in these cities and you're trying to do it how you want, I mean, good luck. I wish you the best of luck, but there is a process that you can take, and that's the process I took. Look, some people are so good and they come out the gate swinging that they can just go to Hollywood and walk onto the scene. Some people have to work at it, and you have to, most people have to go in, find a network, find people you get along with, find work, it's a whole fucking process. And so the way I looked at it and the way I approached it was, I'll play cover music. That's fine. I'm also making my own music. I'm also, creating all these other things.
So jealous.
It's you shouldn't be jealous. All my work got eaten up by the pandemic. So I'm still.
Wait, it is the copyright-free era. This should be one of the most lucky ones. We all need music.
Well, it copyright free. Is that what you said? That is
yes, the copyright-free era.
Yeah, they're trying, but they're trying to lock that down too. But it's, I don't know. My shit evaporated last year, right? And nobody around here wants to pay bands like they were. And it's sort of the same thing that happened in Greece. Like now they're like, you're gonna have to take this lower pay now because everyone else is. We're not doing great. You're not doing great. Is basically how they're doing it. Mm-hmm. And so that's where we're at now. But there's Twitch and there's other things. I also edit video and do other things. So it's such a weird business to try to break into, to try to maintain and try, because it's always changing as well. Like situations always change. Have you ever been in like a really comfortable position in life, and then like all of a sudden like things change, it's out of your hands, and you have to like reconfigure and just go. Like, have you ever had to do that as a working artist?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. You know, as an artist, that's your kind of monthly life or
Right,
something,
right, yeah. You're constantly
Every time you have to figure out a way. But the main point is be resourceful.
Hmm,
If you are resourceful, you can always survive.
yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. What? Oh, look, there's been times where I got fired from a job and I had to come up with some money for rent in San Diego, California. Look, we had a yard sale, and I was selling guitars out front of my house. You know, like we made it, but we made it
Right.
happen. We made it happen. Have you ever been in that kind of position where you have to like you're like, we gotta figure this shit out now, or are you one of those people who like have things planned? I mean, you seem like you're a responsible person who
Yeah.
likes to have a plan and likes to
I'm
enact
a
a.
plan A to plan Z. I don't know.
I love that. I love that. I love people who are like that because it's hard for me to do that. So,
Yeah, it is good to have a backup plan.
mm,
But you know, when your first plan is ruined, your second plan is ruined, your third and fourth and stuff, when you're going to your fifth plan, you're
mm,
like, hey, is the world falling apart or is it just something is happening?
yeah.
But yeah, I've been in very difficult positions. But as I told you before, I like to think the worst case scenario before I enter anything.
Mm,
So even when I'm going live, I'm like, okay, what if there is an earthquake and something is happening and everything? So I need to figure everything out. I'm a control freak, but sometimes that saved me. But the thinking is a lot.
yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the other part of being really controlling is how much mental energy is going into your daily life, and that's
Oh yeah.
exhausting. That's exhausting.
Yeah.
Because
If thinking was translated into working out, I would be a very fit person.
yeah.
But no, under this hot tub, I'm telling you, it's not a fit person.
Me too. Me too. Well, look at that. We have a sub goal in the background. Isn't that fun? Um, the yeah, you know what's funny about thinking and such is like it, a lot of people always wonder, especially smart people, always wonder is like how can there be so many stupid people in this world? And there is a lot of dumb people in this world. I don't care if you hate me for saying that. It's none of you people. It's none of the people listening to this. It's none of the people in the chat. Certainly not Fairy. But there's a lot of dumb motherfuckers out there. Lots of dumb people. And I was reading this article where they were saying how much energy uh, using your brain takes. So even if you're just sitting there, like and like I guess I
The
never.
calories.
Well, it's not necessarily even calories you're burning, but it's just well, yeah, I guess it is calories. It's energy, right? Calories is energy. I'm sorry. I'm correcting.
Yes,
You're
yes.
wrong,
Please
Fairy.
tell me. No, no, no. Tell me a lot of calories. I want to listen to like 1K
No,
or something.
no,
I want
it's not
this.
that much, but just the amount. I mean, because if you think about it, if you're having an emotional time and you're getting upset about something, your breathing starts going. You can start perspiring, crying, like all these different things. These emotions take energy, and to think and to feel, and if you're somebody who's always thinking and always feeling, that shit is exhausting. And so there was this article kind of going over, I can't remember what it was, but because my brain is garbage, but it's like there's so many dumb people because it takes too much energy to think. And so when you think about people who were coming up maybe in evolution, right? It was always the people who had to use their mind and their body to move forward, and anyone else who couldn't do that sort of died off. But the problem is we live in a very easy to survive world for some. I won't say that for all, but it's pretty easy for us to survive these days. So all these dumbasses are just living when they should have been dying off. Now I know that sounds terrible, okay? I'm just saying, if it wasn't for modern medicine, there'd be a whole lot of dumbass dead people. That's all I'm saying.
That's true.
A
That's
whole
true.
because people don't think, and it takes a lot of energy to think, and I get it. It's like after you worked a long week and you just want to turn your fucking brain off, you know? Like,
No, there have been so many days that I wish that I wasn't thinking that much. I wish that so much. And that doesn't, thinking doesn't have particularly to do if you're smart or not. If you're thinking, you're just a thinker. You
Right.
might think of bullshit, you know?
right. You're just thinking that bitch stole my brush or whatever.
Exactly.
It's like, I
Think of anything.
hate that person because of the color of their skin. Whatever it is, some stupid bullshit. Yeah.
Exactly. But sometimes, thinking that much, it's not only exhausting, but you're thinking like, am I a normal person after all? Should I do all of this thing? Do all of the people think that much? And if they don't, I want to be like them right now. I don't
Yeah.
want to. I resign my case.
Well, it's like, do you take the red pill or the blue pill, right? Like, what are you choosing to what are you choosing to pursue? Are you choosing to pursue knowledge and ideas and or are you trying to pursue Netflix and chill? Like, what's your role here? And it is shitty too that you could think. Um, I saw that, Jen. Yeah, they all wish you not to think too much. Very.
I know.
But it's hard, and I know exactly what you're saying. It's like once you like know too much, it's like you know too much. It's like if only I could be that halfwit who's just concerned about Netflix and chilling, like if only
They're happy people. They're happy.
Yes, dumb happy people, and again, none of the
They
people,
don't know they're dumb.
and that's okay.
It's happiness.
And you know what? That's the thing. It's not like I have any kind of loathing for people who are dumb or any kind of like dislike or think I'm above them, because I definitely don't, because I'm definitely a fucking idiot in a lot of different ways. But yeah, I mean, it's just it does seem like a life of bliss if you're just sitting there smashing down your McDonald's and drinking your 12 pack every night, and
Dream life.
yeah, you're on Facebook saying semi-racist stuff to your family members. It's like, you know what? Hey, that's your life. Do it big. Do it big. Like just. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with living a life of just simplicity, and that's great. But then there's people who have to do real work around here and fucking use our heads, and it fucking turns on us. It turns on us. That's the shittiest thing. And so I imagine that with this constant thought process that, do you ever have the thoughts of just, do you ever have to struggle with, beating yourself up for not getting something right, or for me, like I've had to fight self-loathing for a long time. I don't know about you. I mean, you look like you're pretty secure with yourself, but I've had, like I'll eat some ice cream and then be like, you fat piece of fucking shit, like, and it's just who I am. I'm hard on myself, and I'm trying not to be, but when you're in those modes, how do you get yourself out of that? How do you move on? Like, is there a points where where you almost need to stop thinking? Like, and then how do you do that? How do you turn off?
Well, I know that I have to stop, but I just can't. But self beating, beating myself up. If that was actually a thing, I would be blue right now. I would be a Smurf right now. I'm telling you, I'm beating myself up over almost like anything. But the good part is what you said, that it looks like I'm not, and that makes me happy because at least this is a step,
It is.
This
It
is a
is.
step.
Just you're absolutely right. I'm not laughing at you, by the way. I'm only laughing because I know
I know.
exactly what you're talking about.
No, don't. I laugh myself all day,
Hey.
and that's the best part. If you cannot not have fun with yourself, then what's the fun about life?
Yeah, super serious people need not apply here. Just like, yo, I don't care to talk to you. So how do you? So then, are you just saying that if you grab onto one of these negative thoughts that sort of on loop in your head that
Yeah.
you have a problem with sort of stepping away from that.
Yeah, that is kind of a disaster because when I get one negative thought,
Mm-hmm.
then a lot more coming.
Mm.
And it gets one by one, and getting to a point that I say, and what the hell am I doing in my life?
Yeah.
This doesn't work and this doesn't work. And what I tried to do there didn't work.
Mm.
So what the hell am I doing here? And then when I was younger, that was really, really getting me into very darker paths. But right now, I managed to work with it and at least did the step to not go to the dark places and say, okay, you're having a crisis right now. Let's do something. Let's watch a movie and focus on the movie
Mm.
and be the protagonist of the movie and everything. I try doesn't help that much, especially the movies. Try the series; they're longer. So
Yeah, they grip you more, right?
yeah,
Like especially if it's a high energy one, like they like to keep you moving and binging. So they'll like have big
exactly.
thing. Yeah, yeah. So distractions, you have to distract yourself to sort of get out of that
Yeah, for
mode.
sure.
Yeah.
Else doesn't work,
Mm-hmm.
and sleeping doesn't work because I sleep so much less hours than the average people. So sleep doesn't work too. I'm not thinking when I'm sleeping, but I'm just not sleeping.
Yeah. No, I have a hard time sleeping too.
Yeah.
Do you usually like are you working all the way up until you go to bed?
Um, no, I try to unwind for like an hour or two
Mm-hmm.
and then go because I cannot, if you're watching a monitor, you cannot go to sleep
Yeah.
at once.
Out,
No.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, you have to sort of step away. You shouldn't stress out and pretend you are fine. You can always ask to Gen F if you need help or to calm down a little, both of you and all reading.
Oh, Celtic.
Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Well, it's. I think it's when we're saying stuff like I look confident. I put off confidence. I don't think it's. I don't think it's pretending. It's definitely a skill to go in front of a camera and put on this performance. And I guess there is some pretending to it, but it's actually a skill that you develop over time. And there's this ability to sort of switch it on and switch it off. And that if you do something enough, you can just sort of go into that mode regardless of what you're feeling. Now, if my mom passed away before a stream, obviously I'm not a heartless
Yeah.
asshole. I'm going to go and,
course.
go and grieve and stuff. Or if and I've been in front of this camera, I've been on air, I've done stuff where I'm like severely depressed, like where I'm like,
The show must go on.
yeah, but you push forward. And the weird thing about it is when you do push through those moments,
Gets better.
yeah, on the other side, you feel better. You're just like,
100%. This go live button have saved me so many times out of crying myself out. So many times. Is that working for you too?
yes, it does. It does because I do feel better afterwards if I'm going into it. But the problem is if I go into it in like in a fucked up mood, it mars the rest of the show. Like so it'll put a dark cloud over things, which I'm pretty good at hiding that and again, being this character. I'm pretty good at that, but it's still something that affects me. Like fucking tech. I'm sure you've had hair where you're pulling your hair out and you fucking want to punch the screen and you just. I had this moment before a stream once. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I had this moment before a stream once where I had to where shit just wasn't working. It just wasn't. Like I didn't know, and I was like, I don't know what's happening, and I was so mad. I punched a box. And I was yelling. I punched a box, which is better than the wall, which is better than a person.
Better than the monitor.
Or the monitor, or the computer, or the Xbox, whatever it is. I punched a stupid box, and like that whole show was just so off. It was so off, and so what I've found is that I can't go into it where I'm like really set off. If I'm mad or if it's not, like I have to
Yes.
like calm myself first. And the problem with it is that we were like live already. Things weren't working. I'm freaking out.
Ooh.
And the stupid thing is like no one's forcing me to be on Twitch. No one's holding a gun to my head or paying me a paycheck like you better get on there on time right now. It's these parameters that we set for ourselves.
But your head is worse than a badass boss.
Exactly.
It is.
And so we're sitting here tearing ourselves apart. Yeah, and so after that, I mean, my wife was so pissed at me because that's
Oh.
ridiculous. Look, I'm almost 40 years old, okay? There's no reason for me to be acting like a 7-year-old. Oh, that's ridiculous.
You need to. Sometimes you need to get it out there.
I agree, but not when it's a whole series. Like, here's the thing: it's been my whole life. You know, it's been all the way. I mean, it's been me and my wife's whole relationship where I'm just emotional and it gets crazy and it's ridiculous. And it's not like I'm like yelling at my wife or anything. It's like I get mad over stupid things or I get upset over stupid things or highly, deeply depressed over things. And it's just, there was no real balance. And that people who you're in a relationship, they can only take so much of that. It's like if you're dating a drug addict, there's only so many times that you can find them passed out in the bathroom, you know what I mean? And not be like, I need to move on. And so it's like, after seeing all that for years and years and years, she's just like, something's got to change. Some shit's got to change. And so I started taking antidepressants. And you know what? I fucking hated antidepressants. I thought they were the devil, which I still kind of do. For some people, I think it's kind of the devil. But holy shit, they work. I'm fucking not freaking. I'm not punching boxes. I'm not getting mad stupidly. So,
All right. That's
no,
good.
it is a good thing.
Sometimes when you feel a lot of sad, but nothing very serious have happened, like health issues, because the health issues is what matter. Number one, if health is there and you're mad at stuff like the stream is not working, the OBS is fucking up, everything is going wrong and everything, stop right there and consider about what you are really mad about right now and say, okay, thank you, because I have my health, I have my wife, I have love from the people, so I'm good. Okay, so this is the best part. And when you're also getting really sad and you want to cry and you want to, express all of these feelings, that's also life. That's living the life and you're living it intensively. So that's good. That's very good. Be grateful even about this.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a good point too, is that if it's, and maybe I misconstrued your point, but like, this is an intense job to have, like being an artist, being someone who's constantly having to work and hustle for their next meal. Like you were saying, it's month to month sometimes, things change. You got to find new clients. You got to find new things. There's a lot to it. And so it is a highly stressful job.
For sure.
Not to take away from people who go to the factory every day, because I know that's stressful in its own way, but it's a different kind of stress. It's definitely more of a mental stress. Whereas I feel like when you go to the factory, it is a mental stress because there is this part of your mind that you sort of have to turn off because or else you'll go insane from pushing the same button all day.
Yeah.
Push button.
And you're like, where's the switch? Where's the switch?
Yeah, I know that factory work is not easy, and I'm not trying to say it's not stressful. It's just that this is a different beast. It's a lot of mental and it's a lot of emotion that's involved as well, and it's a weird job. So yeah, I agree with you. It's like that is life. You sort of have to express it somehow, but I just feel like that for me personally, my forms of expressing myself when things got a little too tense was asinine. I was like an asshole. Like it's silly. It was silly, and I'm just done with that. You know what I mean? How is your anger? Like, do you have anger issues? Like, you seem like you're a pretty level-headed person. I don't know, obviously, but or are you like, as soon as the camera's off, it's like fuck that guy. Which I don't know why you would admit to that, but
Yeah.
anyway.
I'm a very loud person
Mm.
in general, but I try not to rage the level that I'm raging in my real life. I try to not do it that much on the stream, although sometimes I cannot control it.
Oh, you
But
rage out on your stream sometimes?
a lot of times, a lot of times, so many times. In my real life, I've smushed two laptops just like that there, and they're smushed into pieces. Two mice for my computer
Oh.
and one controller. I bitten the controller and then throw it over. you know. But in general, I'm a very calm person.
I'm very calm. I promise.
What do you mean I'm calm? Yeah.
I'm very calm. Everybody just settle down. I'm calm. Okay.
Exactly.
Everybody calm down. It's ridiculous.
So yeah, I get a lot of rage, and especially at my job, when they ask me for things that I did before and they rejected it, and then they're asking me to get back to them. I rage a lot, but thank God I'm not. I'm working from home. Nobody can see it, so that a lot of people are saying to me that you seem to have control, to never rage and everything. Bitch, no.
You know what? And that's the thing is, I appreciate your honesty. I feel like
for sure.
I feel like it's important for people to know that, like, and I know I'm not like this big famous person or anything. Like, that's fine. I'm not.
Oh,
but,
you will be.
No,
Hold on there. Hold on
I'm
to your
not.
hot tub. You will be. I'm telling you.
I'm hold on to your hot tub. But I do realize, and I do recognize, even I've been in that position too, is that when you see people on the screen or when you see people up on a stage and there's lights and there's effects and there's all these things going on and you really respect them and you sort of there's sort of this worship thing that goes on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not that any of my community worships me. I'm not even trying to insinuate that, but
Are you gonna put a bet on that?
I'm just saying that all I'm saying is that there is a small part that idolizes the people that we see on a screen or on a stage. Mm-hmm. And when they are openly talking about how they have, anger issues or they're depressed, I think it's really important. I think that's really important for people to see that it's not just this perfect image, because like when people tune into Fairy, she's got her awesome graphics and she has her mean pickles and and her bearded dude comes out, so there's a lot going into it and there's a lot of thought that goes into it, and people recognize that, but sometimes it just stops there. They just see this like person who's always presented in this perfect way, and so I think
all of this characters, the Pico is really the positive side of the comic book. The asshole Birdie is the asshole, the Greek lover and everything, and Miss Rageous is the raging girl. So every kind of character in this comic book has from little to too much of me in it. So it's really all of my aspects over there.
I love that. Yeah. Talk about the comic book and talk about like sort of the concept of the show for anybody who doesn't know, and if anybody missed the beginning of the stream where I was playing some of Fairy's YouTube videos, kind of give us the idea of like what the comic book is, and so just sort of walk us through it, please.
All right, so the comic book of Twitch, which is basically my channel, it is an interactive show. all of the people are welcome there, but it's not a show for everybody because it is a very loud party. It is an interactive one. We highly, highly focus on the community and the interactions and everything. And every day is a different experience. Every stream, I want it to be very different than the other one. So we write history together, we write a comic book story together with a community, and that's the greatest part of it. We got a lot of different characters that they are representing different stuff. Like the pickle, it is the most positive pickle on Twitch, eating bananas and be happy and eating tacos and everything, and spreads out positive messages. The man with a beard, Birdie, he is a little bit much of a typical asshole that
I
hits
like
on
him.
women and try to be the Greek lover and everything. And that's, I love him. I don't know. I love it.
Yeah, I
want to
like
have
him
kids
too.
with him.
I like assholes. I'm attracted.
Yeah.
Anyways, please continue.
Um, well, Miss Rageist is always raging about almost anything. Like, even if she has nothing to rage about, she will rage about me streaming or anything, you know? And recently, because all of the comic book has seasons. So at season one, it was more like the formation of the comic book. We didn't have the comic book idea back then. So in season two, the comic book had its final format. We had all of the characters, and we also had the goat. It isn't a goat. It is a llama actually who thinks he's a goat. But right now he's
Of
missing.
course.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So yeah, it makes perfect sense,
Makes sense to
right?
me. Makes sense to me.
So in season three, which is the season that we are having right now, we've been attacked
Oh,
by the Crip. We don't even know who that is, but we're trying to figure this out because it is this entity that is all over the place, but it's trolling us sometimes. You know, he abducted us at one point. It was really hard times over there, I'm telling you.
hard times in fairyland, folks.
Very, very hard times. And now Goaty is missing. So if anybody sees a llama that thinks they're a goat, please, please, we're gonna have a reward for that. We're looking for him.
I see.
So yeah.
Well, I hope that you can find your llama goat, and
I really hope so because you know next Friday it is going to be the very last stream of the season. So I really hope that we can find Goaty or at least get a call from him. You know?
Yeah. I mean, check in sometimes, Goaty. We're waiting.
Yeah.
We're waiting. What
I
happened?
mean, come on, we're waiting for your poops. I missed. He was pooping all over the place, and now it's clean. I feel weird.
There's too much cleanliness going on around here.
Actually, I cannot.
need
It smells
more-
good in here.
Yeah, we need more. We need more animal shit going on. So then, do you take these concepts and actually put like not physical but like a digital comic book together with a story, or is it all within the channel and all happening live as you go?
Yeah, most of the things are happening live. But in the previous seasons, we had a digital comic book also. This
Sweet.
season we didn't because probably, I don't know, the creep got it. I don't know what happened there. But as we had a dark force around us, I don't think it would be a good idea.
So that's cool. So then, is that like comic book something that you put out and for your subs, or is it something that's just out into the world now and you can just go read it on your website whenever? How do people find that?
It's on my website. It's fairlifeshow.eu. You can find both of the comic books there.
There you go.
And also, you can have a test and see which character are you. You know, a personality test. And see if you're a Goaty, if you're a Birdie, if you're Miss Rageist, if you're a Pickle. You know, you can get the test and figure this out.
Okay, hold on. This is what we're doing, folks. Hold on.
Oh, I want to see that. Oh my god.
Okay. hold on. There we go. Okay, so where do I find this comic? We got to find the comic. How do I find the comic?
Scroll a little bit and a little bit more. Personality quiz. This is it. Start the quiz.
All right, here we go. Richard John. All right, I'm totally doxing myself a little bit. Mike.
Okay, place your bets there, people. Who is it gonna be?
I'm ready. Oh, shit. So which is your favorite color? Which is your favorite color? I guess I'm going to go with black. What? Oh, what do I do? Oh, I see. I'm an idiot. All right. Oh, there's no blue. Oh, I see. Oh my God. I'm just okay. I'm just going with yellow. Let's go with yellow. Here we go. All right. You wake up on a deserted island. What's your first thought? I'm hungry. I'm going to be famous when they find me. I need to make a shelter. At least I'm away from people. Is that another wet dream? Let's find something to eat. Oh, well, I want it to be a wet dream, but I have to go with, I said it, I didn't even know it was an option. So let's find something to eat. God, I really want to hit that wet dream, though.
That's tempting, isn't it?
Dude, there's nothing wrong with wet dreams. I don't get them anymore. But man, I miss them. I miss them. Yo, I miss them. Anyways.
Hang with Birdie, and you're gonna get all of them back. I'm telling you.
I bet he will be pickle. All right, moist dreams are fun. Yeah, hey, moist dreams, baby. Keep it wet. If you had a free day, what would you do? Play video games and troll people, relax and sleep, go out for drinks, dance, eat, and party all day, work. Free days are for lazy people. You know what's funny is that I'm finding more and more that I am starting to relax more, but oh my God, when it's a day off, I'm just doing administration work. It's like, this is my day off work.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm that guy. So is my wife. It's sick. It's sick. It's sick. And my poor son, he's just like, please don't neglect me. And we're just like, scram, kid. You have no place here. We're working. This is how you eat. All right. So I think I'm going to go with, I'm really trying to, so I'm going to go with relax and sleep. I'm trying. Good. I'm really trying to do this. I'm really trying. What's your style? Rock gangsta? The fuck is a rock gangsta? Hold on. Maybe it's this guy. Oh, it's this guy. Oh no. Everything's falling apart. Nothing is as it should be. Yo.
All right.
Yeah, rock and roll, man. Yeah, gangster. Yeah, man. Rock and roll, man. Okay. There you go, everybody.
Exactly.
Yep, then. Oh, thanks, guys. Thank you so much. You're too kind. I just made that up. That's off the dome. There's
more. I think you're going to be tempted.
All right, well, let's see what happens. Wait, oh, shit. No, not soul party. Soul of the party. I say naked. Okay, what's your style? Naked, rock gangsta, soul of the party. Where would I find and out? And my old good fave clothes.
That's a tough one.
I'm going rock gangster. I think I'm embodying rock gangsta. Also, I love that pickle is coded or whatever.
Yeah,
the green screen.
Waves.
Pickle is now a wave. So everyone wave. All right. Let's see here. Your ex walks past you. Be super friendly and say hello like nothing happened. Well, hello. Mwah, kiss. What the fuck are you doing here? Wave hello and see what he/she will do. Go stealthy and leave a paper message on his or her back saying, I'm an asshole. In my younger days, I might have put a piece of paper on their back and said they're an asshole. These days, well, I definitely wouldn't kiss them. I'm super friendly. I like even the girl that I had a bad breakup with, we're cool now. Do you have any bad boyfriend, bad blood out there,
Not
Fairy?
that much. I'm
No?
very, very good friends with almost all of my boyfriends, all my
Nice.
past boyfriends, you know.
Well, there you go.
The recent ones that we're not
Mm.
friendly.
They just couldn't handle you, huh? They just couldn't handle like your intensity.
Yeah,
I can already
they
see it.
just can't, you
Is,
know.
is there something to Greek women that like they're fiery? Is there like a thing to Greek women? Like is there a like Mexican men, you know, they have the machismo and they're like, you know, fiery. Right? So is there
Well,
something the Greek women is like that?
it's
I'm
like,
Mexican, everybody. I'm not trying to be racist.
oh no, no, not at all. You
I
know,
have to
Greek
say
women
that
are
now.
more like bosses. You know, they're really, really bossy.
Yeah.
And if you say no to them, bad for you. You know, bad day incoming. But there was like a movie. I don't know if you've seen it, the Greek Fat Wedding, something like
Yes.
that.
My Greek fat
Okay,
wedding or
it
whatever.
was very on point. The woman who said that the man is the head, but the woman is the neck, turning the head where she likes. That's what Greek women are all about.
Possessive, like you do it. That's funny. That's how my wife is, anyways. But I need that. You know what? Maybe Greek men need it. Do you think Greek men need that kind of shit? Do you think that's
100% they
Yeah, look
do.
what they did to the economy, right? They ran it right into the fucking ground. Look, no, you know, part of the reason why I even brought up the economy too, you know, trying to connect dots and stuff, but like America's kind of going down this road too, where we're like printing out all this money, we're misspending all these money, like we're not collecting, we're getting screwed over on taxes from the wealthy, and we're not really producing much. All of our production is outsourced, and you know, I think that's something similar to what happened in Greece, you know, and of course greed, lots of greed. And I feel like that's coming again over here. It's just we're doing the same shit, you know. Like
Yeah, it is a loop.
it is a loop. It is an endless loop of fucking despair. Yay!
That's true.
Let's see what's next. If you were famous and had a concert on, and we're sick, what would you do? If you were famous and had a concert on and we're sick, what would you? So wait, so like you were at a concert or you had the concert on your show, like on TV?
They had a planned concert, but you were sick.
I got you. I got you. Okay. Oh, if you were famous. Oh shit. Ugh.
Oh, no problem. We speak English good.
Yes, and we read English
Yes.
good and we type English good. Here we go. And there's my emote. All right. Okay. So postpone for a better day. Cancel it. I was bored anyways. Lip sync. Good time to sing your funny lyrics and nobody notice. Play
This is
doctor.
so tempting.
Play doctor with my groupies. Now that one, you know. No. Still go. Show must go on. Okay. I've been in this position before, so I know I already know my answer because I always do it anyway. I always just go unless I'm like so sick I can't lift my head. I'll just do it. I don't care. Like I will just go. So like that's just who I am. It's just my work ethic. When you're a working musician, if you don't go, someone will be there to replace you, and you won't get called back. So, and that's not
That's
in all
true.
cases. Obviously, it's not in all cases, but you know. Anyways, let's see. What do you do at a party? Oh, let's see what we do. Okay, gossip and making fun of stupid people. That's probably more. That's probably it. Dance, eat, and play. That's not it. Narrate stories to multiple groups of people. That can be it. Meet and drink. Yeah. Wait for it to be over. Well, I know personally that gossip and making fun of stupid people is at the top of this list. But at one point, waiting for the party to be over was me. Meat and drink used to be me too, but I had to stop drinking because, well, I'm an asshole. So that drink alcohol and this proclivity towards assholeness does not go well together. So just letting you guys know, if you're an asshole, oh, I'm Pickle.
Yes.
I'm Pickle, the positive party animal. All right, let's get into this. Let's get into this. Always keep the positive things out of any situation. You take hold on, let me get over here. You take most of the day if it was your last. Trying to make people smile is the best gift for you, as well as good food. Yes, your positive vibes can turn the whole world into a better place, and your pure soul is making people love you from the minute they meet you. Aww.
Hey, we got do you like bananas?
I do. I love bananas. I ate
So
one
you're
today.
Pickle 100%. It's confirmed.
John Genf. Again. John Genf told you. Well, that was really fun. That was really cool. How did you like put that together? Like, did you like that? That's really cool. It's like one of those personality tests. Like, how did you come up with that? How did you do that?
I always was asking myself, which character am I the most? Because as I told you before, I have all of the aspects from everybody, from all of the characters. So I was wondering, who am I really? So I was like, hey, this could be a cool idea. And more quizzes are coming to the website.
Hey, watch out.
So yeah.
Nice. You know what? We went over here to find the comic book. Now, is the comic book available?
Yeah, of course. It's over there.
Oh, okay. So I see. Okay, so I was 40% Pickle. I was 22% Beardy. 17% Misrageous, the angry rebel. 17% Granny, the wise storyteller. And 2% Mr. Goaty, the troll of the trolls. So there you go, folks. Just your whole breakdown is right there. It's right there for the world to see. We're back here because I wanted to check out the thing. So how do I? Oh, here's this. All issues. Boom.
Yay!
Oh, dope. Okay. So we won't read the whole thing, obviously, but we will look at it. We will look at it because why not? Oh, it has sound effects. That's tight.
It's a comic book, right?
Yeah, you gotta have the sound effects. Okay. Yeah. Let's see here. Life is beautiful. Life sucks. I can't read that. Too old. Look at me. I can't even read some shit. I'm just that bad. Well, this is really fucking cool. If you guys are listening right now on the audio side of this, definitely go to the YouTube link in the show notes and check this shit out. It's pretty amazing. Now, are these screenshots from the stream, or are these specific pictures that you took just for this?
Specific pictures,
Wow.
Yeah, they're offline pictures.
What do you? I mean, how long does it take you to do something like this, to make this sort of this layout?
At first I got the layouts, and then it was kind of easy peasy, having the templates and go over them.
And you just sort of drop it in, right?
Yeah. The basic part were the ideas. Most of them were John's, but some of them were mine, and it would combine them together, and it was awesome. I loved it.
So how much is John involved in how much is John involved besides modding? If you don't mind talking about it.
Too much. He's much more than just a moderator.
Yeah.
He's like a business partner.
Oh, wow.
So he's like 50% me, 50% John.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, sometimes even more John, sometimes more me, It's like a combination. It couldn't be out. I wouldn't be streaming without John, and nothing could happen.
Wow, that's really cool. Thank you, John. John
Yeah,
Gemf.
yeah.
John Gemf, everybody.
Huge
Give him a round
shout
of huge shout out for John Gemf. Thank you. Okay. So I want to talk about TwitchVision because TwitchVision was so epic.
I'm so glad that you liked it.
I loved it. I was like, what the who? Like, because as Reina as a performer, she was just sort of like wasn't sure, because you're not in the music category, you're just
Yes.
chatter, and so was it outside of your, was it sort of did you feel a little bit in over your head?
Yeah, of course. I was expecting that from all of the
Oh, okay.
musicians.
Yeah, because you're just like nobody knows who I am, and you know,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's okay. It's not like you're just some nobody, but it's just because you get sucked into your categories, right? Like I'm always
Exactly.
in music category. I'm a musician. I perform on Twitch a lot. I have a lot of friends on Twitch who are musicians, but I'm actually trying to branch into the just chatting world because there's so many cool things on the just chatting side of things. But yeah, I mean, you stick to your own categories. So, what? Tell me what made you want to take on such a huge project? I mean, the quality and just it was all there. What made you take on such a huge endeavor?
First, I didn't thought it was gonna be that huge. Yeah, because I'm making shows on Twitch since the first time that I got there.
Mm,
So I've made a lot that have to do with other streamers,
mm,
like the Next Top Streamer,
mm,
which is we count down top clips, funny clips and everything. But this is my category because they're mostly variety streamers or IRL streamers and stuff. Um, I did shows like the confessions where other streamers were confessing their scenes and people deciding if they're going to hell or heaven. So we made a lot of fun stuff. And we said with John, we should do another show this year because we didn't do Next Up Streamer or Confessions this year. And we thought about making something. But that was on a box, hidden somewhere. So as Eurovision was coming, and John was like, "Hey, are we gonna watch Eurovision and stuff like that?" So we tried to remember all good songs and everything, and we were like, "Hey." I don't remember who was it. I think it was John, and said, "Hey, why don't we do a music show?" And I was like, crazy. I'm not a music streamer. And we said that, you know what? It's not going to be about music streamers. It's going to be about whoever wants to sing there,
mm,
you do it. So at first, I thought it was going to be just for the community and probably the Twitch team that I have. So it was going to be family. So we're going to have some songs and have some fun. But then as I reached out to Twitch and told them the idea, they loved it and they were like, "Hey, you do that." So I was like, "Okay, John, it'll probably be a little bit bigger."
Well, and then with the support of Twitch, which was, I mean,
Yes,
which was really cool.
of course.
Yeah, that made it like, yeah, Macy, yeah, exactly. I was so impressed with the quality and amazing production that I put the
Oh,
show on the
thank you.
TV, watched the whole thing like I was watching the Oscars. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
thank
no,
you so
no
much.
doubt that was the case because the pacing was great. I mean, you were just
Hmm.
you were hitting your marks and you had it. It was just really really well done. Um,
Thank you.
Oh no, yeah. Well, thank you for doing that because I feel like that you really helped expose a lot of musicians on this platform that don't usually, that might not get that. I shouldn't say don't usually because you had some really big names on your show, big in
Hmm.
Twitch,
Hmm.
anyways. So it's just, I just thought it was really really a great idea. So then how early did you start working on this? I mean, I'm seeing animated stingers. I'm seeing, just lots of movement, lots of crazy stuff going on. Like you had just
Yeah.
little, the backgrounds, everything. How long did you, prior to the show, did you get started on that?
So we started thinking about it like 2 or 2.5 months before the show was
Mm,
going on. But besides the graphics and everything, prior to that, my number one priority is to get actually people submitting songs.
Right.
That was the number one priority, because if we didn't have that,
Yeah.
what show are we gonna put? And
Yeah.
it was one of the most difficult parts is to
Dealing with musicians.
no.
Oh,
It was great dealing, but and reaching out, and when I saw music streamers, I was like, a whole new world.
yes.
They're all so good. They're so polite. They have so many things that we didn't found on any other streamers, the variety ones and stuff. So it was all so welcoming and everything. But the point was this insecurity, like, who are you? I didn't get it from anybody, but I feel it, and
Yeah.
it's reasonable,
Hmm.
because yes, I'm not a music streamer. I'm just a show woman that have been making shows, but I'm not that popular on Twitch for anybody to know about me. So at first, it was a lot of stress and a lot of preparation about things and graphics and so much more, and the submission forms, everything needed to be professional and needed to keep on a level that at least have some trust from the aesthetics.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that I can show them. So I need to be really, really organized about that.
Yeah.
So the first work needed to have submissions. So we worked on that, and to tell you the truth, I was very stressed because until the very last day of the deadline, the submissions were not that much. And in the very last day, in the very last hour of the deadline, the form was exploding. At first, in the morning, I was like with John, okay, John, I'm gonna sing. Probably I'm gonna,
Guess it's me.
yeah, I'm gonna need to sing. And then from like a few kind of submissions, we went over the 90. And I was like, hey, what happened there? What's this? What are
Whoa.
we gonna do?
Yeah.
Because we were expecting, I would be happy if we had like, 10 to 20 submissions. It would be the plan.
Right.
But having that many, I was like, hey, we probably need to reschedule a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And, I was planning on doing a 4 to 5 hour show. So, with all of these great musicians submitting their songs and trusting the show and giving me and trusting me with their creativity and their piece of art, I couldn't say, like, hey, I want to have a 4 hour show. You're going to be eliminated. It couldn't be like that. I didn't want to do it. So we said, like, okay, we're going to have to deal with either 2 days show and split it to 2 days, but the voting is going to be on the last day. So it's going to be on the second day. And that wouldn't be that fair for the people who weren't there in the first show and stuff, or extend the length of it. Learning from all of our experiences and everything, because TwitchVision, it is going to be an annual event, so it's going to happen next year too.
Nice.
And next year it is going to be splitted. Like, we're going to have kind of probably semifinals and finals to be a lot more easier for people to show up there and for everybody to be fair on their voting. Now, to answer your questions, right after all of that, and right after I was sure that we're having submissions, and a lot of them, I was like, hey, we're having great songs. They deserve to have the best show that I can get. So it took me around 2 weeks, but nonstop work of the graphics. And it wasn't just the graphics, it was so much more videos and video editing and so much more. And also, in the background, you got to talk with the sponsors, you got to talk with
Yes.
Twitch, you got to talk with submissions to tell them if they're going to get there or not. There is a lot of work, but a lot of good work.
Mm.
This is the part where my work is filling me with joy.
Yeah, no doubt. Like I think I'm gonna do it just for fun because why not? But I worked on something right before my 1 year stream that literally took me. I made the original music, mixed it and then mastered it, and then I made the video. And then had to shoot all the spots and then edit it all together. And then there was some really tedious editing that had to go into it, and it was just. I mean, like I woke up on a Friday and then it was Monday and it was time to do the 1 year. So it was just, my family didn't see me worth a shit all weekend. I was just in my room and they would just hear me making noises like, boop, boop, or like singing weirdly or whatever it is. So that grind mentality where you just have this vision where you just got to get it done. And I can't even imagine doing it how you did it. Or all the things you did. What went into your? Because you had a lot of sponsors, and that's something on my audio side of this podcast. I have sponsorship, not on Twitch, obviously. No sponsors here. But once this goes out into the audio version, it'll probably be sponsored. Hopefully, because I have to go and write these propositions to these companies to get the stuff, to get the things and the stuff and so it's like there's so much that goes into it. It takes me so long. What was your method of attack when you were reaching out to these companies, and like, was there specific companies you had in mind? What was your plan of attack going for sponsorship for this show?
So right after I saw that Twitch was really interested, I was like, "Hey, really now they're interested in in our idea?" It was.
And who'd you pitch? Or
weird at
you don't have to give
first.
names. I'm sorry, but like, how did you pitch this idea as well? How did you pitch it? How did you pitch
So
TwitchVision?
I didn't pitch verbally, but I wrote down the what are we gonna do and everything, and send them over to like 10 sponsors that I had in mind. And we were talking with John at that point, and I was like telling him, if even one responds, which I highly doubt, it's gonna be win-win. All I wanted from the sponsors at that point was nothing for me, but I just wanted a good price for the winner because they're going to give me all of this great work. So there has to be a good price. But I didn't know if they were willing to do that. I've never worked with sponsors at a particular show. So I was reaching out to them, just tell them what are we going to do and everything. And then we send like 10 emails. And John was telling me that, hey, everybody's going to respond. And I'm like, John, be reasonable. Even one, if it's going to respond, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
I got it. So we got one email and they were like, hey, yeah, that's very good idea. We're interested. And I'm like, okay, we got one sponsor. Yay.
Yeah.
Then, second day, another email. Yes, we're interested. And I'm like, what? Really? And long story short, kind of all 10 of them were like, yes, we want in 100%. And I'm like, no, I have to say no to some people.
Oh, wow.
Because they were like competitors. I shouldn't say yes to everybody, but I was amazed about them wanting to be a part of it. So it was really, really, really a blessing.
Yeah. Were you able to walk away with any kind of I mean, I'm not trying to, but you put a lot of time into this, and so were you able to walk away with any kind of sufficient payment in your eyes that you think?
For me?
Yes, for you personally.
No, nothing.
Oh wow,
Nothing.
you made nothing on it.
Nothing. And it was a moral thing at that point, because at first all of my propositions were like, all of my suggestions to them were like prizes for the winners.
Mm.
So when they were like, I want to do a money prize, I was like, okay. And then the other one, I won a money prize too. And they were competitors, or not even competitors, but I just wanted one to be the money prize.
Yeah.
So they were like, we can give you the money prize, and, something like that. But morally, I didn't want to do it. And it was the very first time that I was trying this. So I wanted to be all about the musicians and all about the show. So my payment was actually a successful show, and I loved it because it was.
Yeah, absolutely, it was absolutely. No, I feel that. I feel that so much. Me and my wife, Reina. Oh my gosh, Reina and I, when we lived in San Diego, we used to put on this Halloween block party, and I mean, we'd go around the community. We lived in this little community in San Diego called Ocean Beach, which is like this little hippie community. It's like where a lot of artists live and stuff, and it's a really supportive of like the homeless population. They're supportive almost to a fault of the homeless population, because it's just like there's a lot of just like homeless tweakers just hanging out by the ocean, just living their life, not bothering anybody. Sometimes they rob you, but that's okay. It happens. People get desperate. Things happen, right? Hey.
Sometimes they rob you.
Sometimes they'll break into your apartment and steal your laptop, but they're friendly. They're nice. But in any case, we'd go around, collect money, trying to do it, but a lot of the time we ended up pouring a lot of our own money into it, making none. And after those kind of events, like, you feel like you're exhausted, and you just like, you did all this work, but as it's going on, you don't really get a chance to sort of appreciate it. But when it's done, like the high that you get after a successful thing, whatever it is, it's just, it's nuts. And like, it was, the high was so good that we did it 2 years in a row. We were going to do it 3 years in a row, but it all fell apart because by third year, we were like, we are not paying for this shit. We got it, like, cause we tried to get money for whatever, but it was never really enough. So we just stopped. But still, it's those passion projects that feed you, and that's the thing when you're doing stuff like this, like going into something thinking about the money. I think is the wrong approach. Would you agree like that about that, or with that?
I agree and disagree at the same point.
Of course.
Because when you're doing something at first, for me and TwitchVision, let's say, I started this idea and I thought it was going to be a community show and a small kind of show and everything. And as it went growing and growing and growing, I said, you know what? I'm going to go small because it's going to be the first year and I want to see how am I going to do. I want to deliver. I want to do the execution perfectly as much as I can do. And then we'll see after that. So the first project, yes, it is your baby. It is your kid, you're loving it when it's growing and everything. Right after that, after you see the success, yes, you can go for the money because you are putting so much effort and time to it. And I think this should be also rewarded because it is your time, and you could have put your time into something else, that can
Absolutely
make you survive a little bit better.
I guess when I'm saying when you're pursuing these passion projects, for instance, this podcast that I'm doing, has been around going on 7 years now. I haven't made money on it since last year. So it was literally 5-6 years of me just grinding away and in fact paying for the podcast to exist. And so I guess what I'm saying is, like, sometimes you sort of have to you got to think past monetarily. Obviously, don't do something that puts you out of your house and home and you can't feed your family because I gotta have this podcast, like
Yeah.
that's not reasonable. But it's like, if you can make it work and you can put in that extra time, some years down the road, it's sort of like an investment, right? Like you're sort of
Yes.
investing in something in the future, but it's like
You're
the pay
investing your time and effort. That's
a lot
too
of time
much.
and a lot of effort. And so, this year we're, since the beginning of the year, we've been getting sponsors and Twitch, Twitch pays a little bit too. And so after 7 fucking years, yeah, I do think I deserve to get money for this shit. And you
Of
should never
course.
discount money. Never just like, oh, you're a sellout if you take money. That's stupid. That's dumb thinking. That is such archaic way of thinking. No one thinks like that anymore. Everyone is looking to sell out. Okay? Everyone is looking to fucking get their song in a commercial. Everyone wants to see their fucking song in a Cadillac commercial with Matthew McConaughey drinking whiskey and driving, fucking looking hot. You know what I mean? It's just how it works now. Like there's no money in selling music, and touring is pretty limited right now. So it's a tough industry, and selling out is the first thing that we're looking to do. So,
Yeah.
in any case, yeah, I agree with you completely, and I think it's pretty noble of you and John to sort of sit back, and your whole team. Obviously, I know the whole team was involved. It wasn't just you two doing this, but
Yeah, of course.
obviously. So then, do you think in the coming years that you're going to be looking to be able to at least get a little money from it, or are you going to go into it with this sort of open mind, like whatever happens, happens?
Well, at first I go with a whatever happens, happens. But deep down, as I told you, I'm a planning person.
Yeah.
So I have some plans
Great.
about it. So my main focus on this particular show, the TwitchVision, it is to be a great show that everybody is going to have fun, to go there and listen to awesome music and watch a show that could be easily a Twitch show itself. Even if I'm doing it out of my own and everything, and my team, and we're like, 4 or 5 people,
Yeah.
but I'm thinking small and trying to deliver big.
Yeah.
So at that point, yeah, whatever happens, happens. But on season 4, I'm also, besides TwitchVision, preparing some other shows. Oh, I'm so sorry about that.
I don't care.
All right.
You're fine.
So yeah, we're gonna do some other shows, and I never did it before too, so it's gonna be a never-ending challenge.
Yeah, it usually is, but the good thing is that you sort of have this baseline, right? Like you have the vision, it's there, and really now it's just like plugging in the new things, the improvements, making it run more efficiently. It's
Yeah.
all that now. Me and my wife, we were part of a big project last year. It was sort of a live stream charity type thing. And it was a very intense thing. I was like, shot and made like 20 to 30, like 1 to 3 minute videos, editing, shooting, all that stuff. So it was a huge project for me, anyways. It was a huge project for me, and it went really, really well. But because of the pandemic, we sort of threw this together in like 2 months, and then so this year we're like, we're gonna do the same thing. We know what to do, and we started in January, and like everything's just going so smooth. It's because like we already laid the groundwork. We already know what to do. We know how it's gonna run. We know what to kind of expect, and so now it's like you're just improving and improve. Just keep folding over, baby, and hammering that fucking sword until it's sharp as fuck.
Yes.
True, sometimes you have to chase your dream and feed it in order to succeed. Congrats for that project to both. Everything for charity is a huge project, so you totally deserve it. You're goddamn right about that, John. Nonprofit is is very demanding. Very demanding. But I love it. I love what I do, and I love what I do with this particular nonprofit. I just mad respect St. Paul's Community Center. So we're kind of getting close to wrapping up here for you, but we got. I'm just curious about the seasons, and I know you kind of explained it this morning why you're taking this time off. But could you explain it to people, like why do you have seasons? Like for me, it's always weird to me when people have like these kind of live shows, and not that it's weird or you're weird or what you're doing is wrong in any way.
Oh, I am weird though.
No. That's
Just so
fine.
you know.
All I'm saying is that I respect what you do and I respect your decisions, but I just never put it together for myself. Like have things in seasons. My idea is always like just grind until it fucking
Yeah.
until something happens, and that's how you burn out. But can you explain why you decided to make Fairy Live show into seasons?
So when I first got the idea that we're gonna do a stream and everything, I wanted everything to make sense, at least to my head. So it was, we were always starting September or October most of the times, and ending up like July, something like that, July or very early August, because first of all, I'm going, although I have 2 day jobs, I go full time on Twitch too and content creation in general.
Wow.
So I really need some time off,
Yeah.
like unwind. And 1 week doesn't do shit to me because all of the year I'm working like a crazy person. So I prefer to not cancel that much streams, although this year didn't happen that much. But I'm into this mindset that do not cancel streams that much. Try to go forward through all of the season and push yourself, not to the limits, but do things and create awesome content and make shows and everything, but take at least 1 to 2 months off.
Yeah.
First of all, 1 month to unwind, relax, do your stuff, watch other things, because that's inspiring too.
Oh, hell yeah.
And the second month, most of the times, to prepare for the next season, because I always have different content in every season,
Oh, sweet.
different shows, and a lot of brainstorming. And we kind of plan the whole season beforehand.
Oh, cool. Like a TV show, like a regular TV show.
Exactly.
It's really
Exactly.
interesting because you have, I mean, obviously a lot of your show is improvised and it's, directed by chat, and so to sort of have a plan to that, that's really interesting. How does it usually go as planned? Is it usually go, or do you always leave room for things to change
I
into?
always leave room, because things are going on in life and in the world, and you cannot plan them. So there's always going to be content for them too. But most of the things, the basics, we're planning them, but we're leaving room for more. Like a charity stream can come up, or an extra charity stream, because we already have a couple of them every year. So we're doing for the basics, and we'll leave some time for something else that might come up. But yeah, planning is everything. But this particular fourth season includes a huge idea that needs tons of work, and I hope that we really can make it, because you never know. At some point you might say, I cannot do that, but I think that we can try and we can work on it, but it needs a lot more time than all of the other seasons so far. But it's going to be huge, and if it is going to be out, it is going to be very, very, very different and unique, not on the show, but on Twitch in general. So I'm really excited. I cannot tell much, but yeah, that's why I need a lot more time this year.
I understand, and that I respect that. I respect that. I wish I've always wanted to do something a little bit more. Mighty, thank you so much for gifting that sub to Vekisif. Thank you, Mighty. Thank you, Mighty. I appreciate that. Much love. I forgot what I was gonna say. Jeez. Oh well. That's the fun of all this is that all the bells and whistles are so distracting, and I already have like.
No worries.
I have.
We were talking about, big idea and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Big ideas. So is this something that? Yeah. Well, first of all, I gotta say that watching TwitchVision and watching and like going back and, oh my gosh, mighty. Kisa Prime for another sub. Hold on. Mighty. I already got your name on my arm.
Kisa Prime.
Are you supposed to do it? Are you supposed to do it twice? Like if they sub more than once, do you write their names more than once? How do they do it? Oh,
you can do.
How do the e-girls do it? How does the Indie Fox handle this? How does Amaranth?
One boob for one and one boob for another.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to. I'm not going to expose myself, okay? But I will write on permanent marker on my arm, and we'll just go ahead and give Mighty another. Just go ahead and do it again. Here we go, Mighty. Here is your other one. Thanks, Mighty. You're awesome. You can show boobs in 2 gift. TOS, sir. TOS, John. Especially these.
Oh, seriously, where is my boob?
What? I can't answer that for you. I think I'll be banned if I answer. Oh my God! You know what? I totally missed over it. I have to ask you. I have to ask you about Gothics because I absolutely love Gothics as a content creator, and I really enjoyed your interview with Gothics, and kind of.
I'm glad.
And I also saw that Gothics has dealt with a lot of shit on Twitch, right? And if anybody doesn't know Gothics, could you tell people who Gothics is real quick, just because she's more of a friend to you than to me. She don't know me.
Well, Gothics, the most that I can say about her that she is an amazing and very inspirational content creator.
Yeah.
Whatever she does, she turns it into a solid, not only business, but also a great content to everybody to watch.
Yeah. So just to give a little bit more on her, and from what and this is shitty that I'm just giving you guys this secondhand idea of what this person is, and if you guys should just go check out Gothics. Better yet, you should just go check out Fairy's interview with Gothics, and that will give you a good intro into who Gothics is. But Gothics has been banned, right? She's been banned from Twitch, or she's been kicked out, or did she leave Twitch? I can't remember.
She didn't left. She is coming for some streams at some points, but she's mainly on YouTube. She was never kicked out of Twitch, but the community of Twitch kind of, canceled her.
Yes, so she was canceled from Twitch from communities and for having ideas that they didn't like, and she leans a little bit to the right. In America, the right meant Donald Trump. She was a Trump supporter. I don't know. She still might be. I don't know. And she also happens to be black and a woman, and so that I think was really interesting. What was really interesting about this last year was seeing black people getting canceled for not thinking how other black people thought they should think, or how other white people thought they should think. Because let's face it, Twitch's demographic is a whole hell of a lot of white men, right? And it's interesting. It's interesting that when you think of the demographics here, that a bunch of white people are really interested and really fixated on what this black woman's ideas are. And to me, that's just racist as fuck. To impose your ideas on what you think that person should be on the basis of their skin. color. Okay? That's racism. So, I mean, what was your take on all of that? And especially talking to her as someone as an outsider and someone who is not as controversial as her. What was your take on the whole situation of her being canceled and you know, especially after you talking to her face to face?
Well, I'm a believer that everybody can think what they like and they support what they want and everything. But the real approach that I wanted to do with Gothics was my initial thoughts about her and content creation. And the interesting part of it was like she was actually canceled out of her own community and everything. But I didn't want to focus on opinions about her political choices, about her what does she thinks about the world and everything. We didn't focus on that at all. And you know, I totally respect everybody to think freely. So what we are discussing over there was basically her content. How did she face the whole thing of the canceling, and how did she have the strength and the power to make a very different content in a very different platform and didn't fall down as people wanted her to be.
She only found more success.
Exactly. And I totally respect that. And there were a lot of people accusing me of believing what she's believing.
I hate that shit. I hate that shit so much. But please finish.
Yeah. You know, we were talking about cancel culture and people didn't even watch the video, but they saw like Fairy and Gothics. Oh, Fairy is a voter of Trump.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it's kind of like,
I can't even vote for your stupid presidents. What the she can't even vote for Trump. Like, who the fuck? Assholes. Stupid assholes.
And on top of that, there were people telling me that, you know, I feel uncomfortable about having, about being around you because you had an interview with Gothics. And I was like, I'm sorry, I don't feel comfortable being around you for having this mindset. So you better be away, you know?
Right. Wow, that's really interesting that you got fallout from actually just talking to somebody, which happens all the time. I've had that plenty. So.
Oh yeah, you know, talking about cancel culture brought the cancel culture. It was really funny to me. It was really...
dude. Well, it's happened in my own chat where I was talking about censorship and all of a sudden people were like, you better change the subject. We don't like this, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, that's not how it works here. If you don't like what we're talking about, I get it. These things, we get into the weeds, you know, and it's only because I want to try to understand, you know, I just want to understand where people are coming from and have an open mind, have an open dialogue. And,
exactly.
And with cancel culture, there is no open dialogue. There is no dialogue. A dialogue is actually not allowed to even take place because and that, I mean, how do you solve issues if you don't talk them out, if you don't work that shit out? You think that you can force people to stop being bigots? You think you can hate the hate out of other people's hearts? Like, the thing is about shutting down the conversation is that it pushes people into the arms of extremism. And like a perfect example of this is Donald Trump himself. You know, leading up to Donald Trump being elected, the Democratic Party was shitting on all these Midwest people, the Southerners, calling them deplorables and idiots, and they didn't feel heard. And so what happened? They got pushed into the arms of extremism. And I would say for sure that Donald Trump was an extreme motherfucker. So that's a small, well, not a small example. That's a huge example, but like just a little bit, you know, of where I'm coming from here is if we're not talking about this, we're going to end up with another asshole like Trump or worse, or fucking worse. When you see that Gothics was canceled by your own community and then went to YouTube and found, I would say, maybe more success there, what does that tell you about cancel culture?
Well, this is telling me that cancel culture is not cancel culture. What I mean by that is that people that cancel other people, most of the times they're doing it. One person or a group of people, they're doing it for clout, and some other people want to get into the group and say, hey, I'm gonna hate this person because I'm gonna be more popular, gonna get more likes if I'm gonna make a lot more drama about it, and they're calling it this content. So that is something that I really hate.
Yeah.
And if your content is based by talking shit about other people, that's not a culture, that's uncultured,
Yeah.
basically. So I think that calling in it a cancel culture itself is like demotivating the culture, because it is uncultured people.
Yeah.
And it is like want the clout, because if it wasn't for social media, none of this would happen. You know, everybody can say their own opinion and they're like, poop, I farted today. You know, I get the most likes.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of popular. So, and the other day, look at this bitch. She farted on her stream. Let's go and call her out. And they're going to be a thing, you know? It's going to be a cancel farters thing, you know?
Now it's cancel
It can be a movement out of this. If more people are getting their twits on, and I'm not that much of a strong person to, you know, or I don't have a strong community to get after them. It is really shitty. And I'm really glad because she didn't got drawn down, because she didn't deserve it as a creator. Because some people telling me that you're worshiping her and it seems like you are into her mindset and her political decisions. No, I'm talking about a creative person here, and I'm only talking about her creativity. Although I have opinions about her, but I don't want to go there because, you know, opinions are opinions, you know. It is different.
Yeah. No, and I respect that. I respect that. I don't like to shit talk my past guests either. But it's no, and the thing is that I personally like Gothics. I respect her content. I don't agree with everything she says. Heaven Majestic, thank you so much for that subscription. Heaven, it's a hot tub. It's a hot tub stream today. So your name is getting written on my body because I'm an e-girl now.
Yeah.
You guys can get me at that premium Snapchat, son. All right.
Harry e-girl.
I'm very hairy e-girl. I'm a very hairy princess. All right. Let's see. Heaven, you're going on the hairy part. Sorry. Heaven. Oh my God, I'm running out of the room. How do you spell heaven? Yeah. Okay. Wow. You guys are seeing how illiterate I really am. There you go, Heaven. Thank you so much for your support. Yay! Thank you, Indy Fox and Amaranth, for they're just like an endless spout of inspiration. Honestly, H is for Harry. Thank you very much. But with Gothics, I really do respect, and I don't agree with everything she says, but I respect the fact that she is someone who is standing up for what she believes in. She does it very classy. She does it in a way that I think is respectful, and it really bothers me that because I know it's because she's a black woman, a lot of people are going after her, especially other black people, which is really, I mean, like, it's really interesting to me. It's really weird. It's really fucking weird that a black woman could be labeled a white supremacist.
And I saw a tweet. It was like it was going to Gothics, but it wasn't tagging her, obviously. So they were like, oh, and you now call your white popular friends to talk about this? And I'm like, I'm popular now?
Well,
That's good.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, take it. You can take it. Take it. Why not? I
No,
really,
it's
I would
very
love.
easy. It's
Yeah.
very easy because I'm white
Mm,
and she is, they think that she is all about white people and everything. And it's pretty easy to make up stories and
yeah.
everything. But I don't know. It was at first, when I first talked to her and like I invited her to the show, she was like, girl, maybe you don't want to do this because it is going to be a lot of pushback.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? We're going to talk about things that are going to be really interesting. So fuck the pushback. I don't care.
Yeah.
If people want to cancel me for taking an interview, and don't forget, the interviewer and the interviewee are very different people. And there have been a lot of crazy interviews out there, even from prisoners or whatever. That doesn't make them having the same mindset or share the same ideas.
Right.
But people don't get that. Not all of them, of course. There
No.
have been a lot of great people that got that from the very beginning.
Mm.
But it is very easy, with the white popular friend. Okay, I can take that.
The white popular friend. I
Yeah,
mean, if that's as bad as they're gonna be, I mean, I can't.
sure.
Oh, you need your white popular friend. The funny thing is that it's just funny to me how much white people are so ready and willing to jump in a black person's face and call them racist and like shit talk them on Twitter and like really believe that they know what this person's best interest in. And because she is this black woman, she is on the wrong side. Don't you know that you're a black woman? Don't you know that you should be voting for Biden? Or don't you know that we're canceling what's his name? Don't you know that this is what you have to do? And so what's interesting about what's happening in this country, at least, is that we have all these elite white people trying to fucking tell black people on how they should act and how they should be. And not just black people. These brown people, Mexicans, they're trying to tell everybody. And it's interesting that Black Lives only matter every 4 fucking years. Isn't that weird? Isn't that interesting too? Yeah. So it's really, we're just being played against each other. And I don't blame people for it because we're constantly inundated with this kind of thinking. And so you can't be too mad at people because this is what they're being taught culturally. It's literally reversing racism against white people. It's like, if you're white, you're racist. And if you don't admit you're racist, then you're an even bigger racist. And so there's no winning there. And so now you have to feel bad about who you are as a person because of the color of your skin. What?
Yes.
What the fuck are you talking about? I thought it was the content of character. I thought that we judge motherfuckers on who they are and not what they look like. I'm pretty sure a really famous black guy said that once. Fucking assholes. But it's interesting. It's an interesting time to be alive. I love it. I love being alive right now.
Yeah.
What do you hope to accomplish in this upcoming year? What are you looking forward to? As we go on to the second half of this year of redemption, what are you looking towards, and what kind of planning? What do you got?
What I really, really, really need right now is seriously vacation. This is the only thing that I'm seeing right now. This is the only thing that I'm focusing on right now because I really, really need to relax. It was a very tough year from all of the aspects. So I really need to kind of get my creativity back because I feel like it's been stolen. And get back a little bit of my inspiration because it was stolen in the same way with creativity. So after I get them, I have like tons of ideas about what I want to do in October. And I really want to focus on making and creating all of this content. And it's going to be both probably on Twitch and YouTube. And yeah, this is my main focus right now: vacation and content, and new content, new shows.
Nice. Well, Fairy, I had an absolute pleasure talking to you.
Me too.
Is anybody here want to do Cypher Deluxe? If not, that's okay. I totally understand. Let me check the D. And of course, I never explained Cypher Deluxe to anybody. Cypher Deluxe is if anybody in the chat right now wants to display a talent such as singing, you want to recite a poem, you want us to listen to your mixtape or a song of your mixtape, or you want me to write your name. Oh shit, Pizza Jams, what's up, baby boy? Pizza Jams, if you want to get in there, let me know. So that is what we're gonna do right now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do something special because Fairy doesn't know this, but Fairy had, when I watched TwitchVision and I went and watched Fairy's content, and then I watched someone else named Rain Music, who is this incredible singer. Just the way you guys do your layouts and stuff, it totally inspired me. So this is in a weird way inspired by Fairy. So I'm gonna do that to kick off Cypher Deluxe, and then if anybody is interested in performing or anything, jump into the Discord and get into the Cypher Deluxe text channel and let me know. You can sign up there, and again, if no one wants to do it, I understand. But this is what I'm doing. This is my contribution to Cypher Deluxe this week. Okay, guys. This is...
I cannot wait.
Oh my gosh. You can definitely wait, trust me. All right, but you gotta be
Sit here on the hot tub.
Yeah, just enjoy your soak and enjoy some Hot Boy Summer, okay? This is for you, Fairy.
All right.
Thank you for coming on the show. And this is us kicking off Cypher Deluxe. I drink my White Claw while I buy my Bitcoin with my Biden bucks. I jam EDM while I rub one out to Joe Rogan's podcast. It's gonna be a hot boy summer. 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 Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I pop Molly pills, drink muscle milk while I'm smoking my douche flutes. I hit on a girl that told me to put my shirt back on. Flex on a tray. It's gonna be a hot boy summer. 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 Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dear baby Jesus, I need a lifted truck. Dear baby Jesus, can you deliver me a lifted truck? Dear baby Jesus, can you lift my truck higher? Higher! It's gonna be a hot boy summer. 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 It's gonna be hot. Oh my, there it is. There you guys go.
Oh my God,
All right,
that was
there you go.
hot.
It's
Now
gonna
that's
be
my
hot.
plans for the summer, though.
Hot girl summer, huh? The hot girl summer. All right, guys. No one's in the Cypher Deluxe, so we are gonna end it. If we have any raid suggestions, now would be the time to drop those in. I'm gonna take a look on my side and see who's on. Oh, who's playing right now for the thingy? Oh, give me a second, guys. We're gonna end this, I promise. I have to pee so bad. Just so everyone knows, I have to pee really bad.
That's very interesting information. All the time, I let people know if I'm gonna pee or.
This is
number
solid
two,
content right here. Solid content. Okay, so 5 to 6 is Hameda. Hameda. Okay, then we are gonna raid over to Hameda. I don't know who this is, but our friends. Yeah, I know Pizza Jam. I know. Monday we have on Travis Gaiman from Bigfoot Studios. He is a local engineer here, and he has recorded some really cool people, so don't miss it. It's at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Monday coming up. And let me try to do this without ruining everything. We will raid, and here we go. Hameda. I don't know who this is again. So this is the Pride Raid Train. This is our friend. Our friend. Oh my God! Look at what's her name's Reina. You got the animated things from Meadow Fox. Really cool. Those look really good. Go Meadow Fox. Okay, guys. Reina, can you drop the raid calls, please? We are gonna raid. I already typed it into my thingy, so I don't want to. Okay, we're typing the raid thing. Get your raid calls, everybody. Remember, the 27th, we got a music stream, so come on through. We're going to be playing songs you want to hear and all that stuff. Davey is seating as a sandwich. Hey, wow, just parachuted in here randomly. Hi, Fairy Life Show. Welcome. I hope that, I appreciate it. Welcome in. We're about to raid over to our friend Hameda, who we don't know who it is. But I assume they are awesome because EBX Aaron is awesome. So let's go say hi to it. Yeah, yes, you can. This is all original content. We are not. That's another thing I wanted to talk to you about, but for next time. This whole deleting VODs and can't do that stuff. I saw your tweet about it and I was just like, there's someone who cares about the artist. All right, but in any case, all right, guys, we're out of here. Much love. Thank you for the follow, Davey, that last minute ninja follow. I appreciate it. You guys have a lovely rest of your day. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Be good to your fellow human beings. HJs for everybody. I'll see you guys over there. Be good. Woo! Bye-bye. Awesome. Okay, hold on. Let me end this and then I will say goodbye. And